Before the end of World War II, the Allied powers gathered at the Yalta and Potsdam Conference to discuss terms for the aftermath of the war, including what to become of Germany. As a consensus, the Allies decided to divide Germany under the four areas of influence. France, Great Britain, and the US divided West Germany into three sections, each region under the influence of an ally, while the Soviet Union controlled all of East Germany. At the Potsdam Conference, it was agreed that the capital of Berlin was also to be divided among the Allies, the Soviet Union controlling the East and the other three Allies controlling the West. The first signs of conflict appeared in 1948. The Allies introduced a new type of currency in their area of influence. In response, the Soviet Union began a blockade of East Berlin the following day. The German Democratic Republic, East Germany, closed water, railroad, and roadway access from other regions. In response, the United States and Great Britain organized an airlift to maintain the access. The Berlin Airlift, as it came to be known, was a huge logistical operation that totaled almost 200,000 flights, delivered almost 2,000 tons of cargo, with a plane landing every 45 seconds. The blockade lasted 15 months and remains to be one of the greatest airlifts of history. The airlift was a great success, maintaining West Germany under Allied control. In the following years, the GDR and the Soviet government realized that they were losing people to West Berlin. The phenomenon known as brain drain, where very high competent and educated citizens of East Berlin find higher paying jobs in West Berlin. Many cross the border daily to find jobs there. The West had many advantages over the East, such as better economics, higher pay, more opportunities, and even better products at the store. In the early hours of August 13, 1961, the residents of certain houses in East Berlin were woken up by Soviet Union personnel boarding up their bedroom windows from the outside. With no warning, this was the beginning of the construction of a wall that would become a symbol of the Cold War and separate East and West Berlin for over 28 years. Over time, the Berlin Wall became a security engineering material. 13-foot tall cement construction with a rounded panel at the top. The top was laid unsecured to reassure that it wasn't possible to climb over the structure. Guards were placed at watchtowers every 200 meters, who were ordered to shoot to kill. A strip of sand was poured in the middle of the wall to detect footprints. Sections of the wall were built without the steel reinforcement in case of warfare, where tanks were able to pass through. Many attempts to escape were made during 1961, before the wall reinforcements were added. There were several records of East Berliners secretly crossing the border by digging tunnels under the wall to swimming canals to even crossing a zip line, which was done by an acrobat. Among the desperate civilians that attempted to escape, around 5,000 citizens were successful, 104 people died due to getting caught, and 251 died attempting to escape. There were multiple documented cases of wall guards defecting. The wall was used in DDR propaganda, for East Germans were routinely told by media that the wall was there to protect GDR from all the West German citizens trying to enter GDR for a better life. By the end of the 1980s, reforms were sweeping the countries of the Eastern Bloc. In 1985, Mikhail Gorbachev became the General Secretary of the Soviet Union. In 1987, he started a policy known as Perestroika. This was a wide-reaching reform that involved all political, social, and economic structures of the Soviet Union. This included a stated goal of normalizing relations with the West. In June of 1987, Ronald Reagan traveled to Germany and made his famous speech asking Gorbachev to tear down this wall. Multiple protests were occurring in Berlin demanding freedom of speech and freedom of movement of German citizens. In 1989, Hungary opens its borders with Austria, which effectively allows East Germans to exit and travel through Austria to the west. Ongoing protests in East Germany continued and became more robust, forcing the party leadership in GDR to resign. On November 9th, thousands of East Berliners approached the wall, expecting to be allowed to pass. The guards at first attempted to hold the crowd back with water cannons, but quickly stopped their resistance and allowed them to pass. Thousands of people from both East and West Germany celebrated the fall of the Berlin Wall. Today, there is still a small section of the wall kept as a memorial.